usually with these kind of things, just like any kind of illness, you will see symptom early on.
I agree.
Only symptom here.
Oh yes, I did.
Paramedic, Yash was blocking his view. So
he's not telling us the full story.
You see,
it's just like
I can run fit.
No worry.
Did you hear me when I said I compromise my standard? I know.
I've been there.
Allow me.
And it's Yash. Tell us what caused it.
What up, people? It's your favorite African podcast man back again with another one. My name is Michael Shonariwo.
And I'm very welcome, Claire.
And this is Menisms, ladies and gentlemen. We back again, and this time we got a special guest with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. We've been meaning to do this for a long while. He's one of your favorite artists, straight from Nigeria and Africa, Mr. Falz, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the podcast, sir.
Thank you so much.
How you doing, man?
I'm okay. I'm nice.
How's life treating you? Lagos treating you, as we like to say?
Oof, Lagos, man. I think that side says it all. Lagos is exhausting, bro.
Yeah, for all of us. But I mean, we try to find the little...
Yeah. It's also exciting, every now and then as well. But, it's a roller coaster of emotions.
I mean,
I hear that.
For somebody like you now that's a major artist now that you have to be out of law, it seems like you're always enjoying your time in Lagos though or so. So how do you manage both in terms of you have to always have that energy to be outside enjoying, but you still have to face the realities of the country? How do you balance both?
My brother, it is show for my body. It is show for my body, bro. It's telling.
Oh, man.
Every now and then you just get these headaches, and it's like, it's not just something in your body. It's from your environmental factors.
Yeah. Or even backaches.
Man. It's tough because they're having to keep this up. And then, there's still the normal Nigeria problem that everybody has to deal with. So everything all together. That's why I said it's exhausting, bro.
Yeah. But you're still doing well, man. Killing it. I mean, everybody in Nigeria keep pushing. We're all going through it. But before anything, make sure you subscribe to all our audio channels, our audio platforms. I mean, how's your week been, though, overall, G?
My week's been... Actually, you know what? Let me recall my week. Whenever anyone asks me, how's your week been? I almost can't really remember. Because it now feels...
This is real 30-plus behavior, honestly.
Because I have to actually recollect now to find the little nice memories. But my week has actually not been too bad. I've had less bills. So there's that. Something to rejoice about. I've had less bills this week. Yes, we thank God. I won't say there's anything really exciting that's gone on this week. There was the finals, and now we know that Spain has carried it, and everybody's happy about that. Yeah.
Did you guys see the Trump shooting?
We did.
What did you guys? Because when I mean, obviously, there's people that say conspiracy, all that immediately.
And how Simpsons for the first time actually
obviously
got it wrong.
Look at research now. Two people.
Was there a similar scene?
Oh yeah, then in the scene, Trump died.
What's that?
Those Simpsons guys are crazy.
No, Simpsons are. I don't know how
crazy.
they do it.
No way,
bro. See,
but in real life now, I thought it was a conspiracy thing at first. Then 2 people passed away because you know how it scraped his ear.
Two people passed away?
Yeah, it hit the people behind. It hit the people. Bro, it's a bullet.
Yeah. So obviously it was going somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about.
You see, they won't report it, but I've just been following. I was just interested, and it's like 2 people passed away. One guy, one lady, and it was from the bullet because you heard pop, 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 pop. So it has to hit something. So so that's why I was saying it was real. And then my own was just. I thought it was funnier than when my man was like this.
The aftermath for me was I saw a TikTok where the guy was like, he hates that Trump got shot because now he's gonna be like,
street cred.
That's right, I got shot.
Street cred.
I always come back up. They try to kill me, but they can't kill me. We just know that he's going to. Oh my goodness!
That sentiment might work in his favor.
It will work in his favor because now he can claim that.
I can't imagine. I was trying to imagine when I saw this, I was like, imagine this happened in Nigeria. I said, God forbid, because I feel like it will be chaos. How in America that's happening now. Like, oh my God, it's happened. It's like, on to the next. In Africa or Nigeria, imagine.
The funny thing is that actually, if I think about it replaying, I'm actually not quite sure how that's going to play out. Because
I think it's pretty simple how to play out.
Everywhere we just scatter.
Everywhere go just scatter. Everywhere go stampede, chaos. Hey God! Yeah.
I know what to say. About
What I will say is that 1 or 2 people die for sure.
No,
Unfortunately,
God forbid, obviously, God forbid.
Not from the bullet.
Not from bullets.
From the reaction of.
And what's sad is that now, so there's a lot of like analysis going on, and I even saw a video, which is crazy. They circled someone standing right behind him. She was wearing a hat and sunglasses, and she was on her phone.
So like a signal.
And she seemingly texted just before the shot. And immediately after the shot, they paused the frame, and you can see her raising up the phone to record. Everybody else around her
was
ducked.
just. Oh shit!
Everybody else ducked for cover, but she just brought out her phone to record. So it was like, what is this person doing? But like this kind of forensic analysis, all this for where? The person will successfully carry it out.
What?
How do you want to track him? That's
How?
the question. If the guy is
Exactly.
how do you want to start tracking?
Where?
But I mean, thank God we don't have those kind of problems at the same time. But again,
Do we really thank God we don't have?
I was going to say, but I don't want to be the one to say.
Do we really thank?
No, I'm saying thank God we don't have that kind of that.
Because I was going to say I might give up some problems for that one.
No, do you know what movie that has scared me for life in Africa in terms of those kind of things? God forbid, Hotel Rwanda. Once I watched that movie and I went to go and do the real research, I was like, hey, bruh, can you where do you want to run to here?
Well,
have you seen the roads? Where do we want to run to?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But let's not get too deep anyway. Again, to you guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel, of course, but we're here. We're going to start off reading some comments real quick. Actually, before we do, I have a quick scenario to change up the topic that I've been seeing that I said I was going to say for the podcast.
Okay.
Do you guys know this lady called Miracle Watts?
No, but that sounds familiar.
So basically, she's an OG Insta baddie, like fine American woman like this, right? So I'm with some of my friends, right? And the girls were talking like, oh my God, she did this thing again and all. So basically, the story is there was a guy who was married that she now met and liked the guy, and the girl's bad. Mm-hmm. The guy just had a child with the woman and left the woman and child to go and be with the miracle girl because she, quote unquote, took the man from the lady.
Okay.
Now she has had 2 children or a child for the guy. And they've been together for 3 years or so. But now she's going online complaining, saying that she wants to be married. That why is he not marrying her and all that? So everybody now is like, again, I don't pay attention. Like I said, now my people. So because I was listening to the story, I said, wait, she stole a man from a woman. Mind you, the girl that he stole, she just had a child for him. Now he has had a child with you now, and you think he's going to marry you. Why do you keep putting yourself in these situations? Why do you? And my own was this. When I heard it, I got annoyed because I'm like, I can't lie. I feel like this one's not even the man to blame. Some of you women sometimes put yourselves in these situations.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's,
you can't keep saying it's men. You too. You are the one. You saw the man was married before. He left his family to come be with you. You think he'll start a family with you?
Even if he does, don't you think it's also until the next woman comes and the same thing?
Yeah, karma.
I mean, what do you guys think with the situation like that now? Like,
to be honest, I mean, again, just like you said, there's no way she's possibly expecting that the man that wasn't faithful to somebody else.
Talk as in go on TikTok, like go and say, so guys, this is my Q&A. No be theory. I say she talk on myself.
It sounds like delusion to me. I'm sorry. That's just what it sounds like. It sounds like delusion to me because you're clearly being delusional on the fact that somebody who couldn't be faithful to someone and used you as his expedition outside of his marriage would now be with you and not use somebody else as his expedition for you. Like, it's definitely going to happen. He's going to, even if he marries you, let's say, right? That marriage maybe more than maybe another child again.
They've had one
already. To the next woman. That's it.
Another child. What do you think?
I would say she should be patient.
The patient dog.
It's too early for her.
Fattest bone.
To start complaining.
After having a child again.
Somebody that you said it's just been like 2-3 years now.
Yes.
She should
still wait now.
I don't die.
When she came in
again, by the way, the country is America for context.
Course, I mean, of course,
context for America. You see,
it happens everywhere.
Niger, how many baby mama, baby daddy situations are we hearing about in Niger?
Hey, no, it
might happen differently here in the situation here. It might just be that actually it happens in the same way. In the same way, you meet a married guy. He has a wife, has children, not even a child. He leaves her for you.
Then you now want to be married to him. It happens well.
Okay, that situation. I meant like the whole baby mama, baby daddy culture kind of P. Like, it's normalized abroad, but here now you don't really see that.
So here's the thing, right? I thought about this recently. I feel like we just don't have statistics, and that's just why we just don't know how much it happens here. Because when I think about the uneducated people, or at least the population of people who are not, literate, a lot of them have children and just start families, no marriage, no commitment, nothing. It's just, okay, now this girl, she don't pregnant for me, she I go just David. They will still be infidels. They'll still see people outside. It's the same thing. That is your baby mama. Because baby mama is, I'm not married
it's
to
just that we don't call it that.
Exactly. We don't have that baby mama culture, baby daddy thing.
Same thing. So. It's just stats, like you said. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, we're going to go into some of the comments and questions we've gotten from you guys. So, the first one is
Before we need a drink. We cannot...
Good shout.
We need a drink,
We need a drink. All right, so we got some scenarios for you guys that you guys have sent to us. So thank you as Muriwa pours us a drink. So what we usually do is we have questions, comments that people send to us, and then we give our opinions on it. So first one's from Tamara. Hello, Michael and Muriwa. Absolutely love the pod. OG since season 1. God bless you. P.S. This is going to be long, but please bear with me. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 10 months now, and it had been incredible until I met my ex again after 4 years.
God, I beg.
My ex and I dated back in uni. It wasn't a bad breakup. We just wanted different things at the time. We were both leaving uni and trying to figure out life. Now fast forward 4 years later when I met my current boyfriend. The flip side is that my ex and my boyfriend are related cousins. Jesus.
Oh my.
Since we started dating, my boyfriend hasn't really met most of my family, just my brother, because my family doesn't live in Lagos and vice versa. So I didn't get to meet most of his family until they had a family gathering here in Lagos, where I met his cousin, my ex. For context, I had no idea his cousin lived in Lagos because we lost contact and we had never ran into each other until the event. Immediately I saw his cousins and I was done greeting his family. I pulled him to the side and told him that his cousin was my ex. I noticed his mood was a bit off after that, but I get it. At least I respect that she said I get it.
Because some people act oblivious.
He spent most of his time at the event with his brothers and avoided me until we had to go home. When we got back to his apartment, he avoided me and just took a shower and went to bed. I couldn't put up with all of that, so I left and went back to my apartment. The next morning, he came over in his attempt to have a conversation with me, accused me of still wanting his cousin. I told him that was not the case and that I'm not into his cousin like that anymore. I mean, it had been 4 years. He said he believed me, but apparently he didn't. After that day, he would go through my phone, question my movements, even put a tracker on my car. The most fucked up part is our sex has been different. He's much more aggressive and degrading, not in a way that's appealing, but in a way that scares me, to be honest. When I tried to speak to him about it, he said, I'm just giving it to you how you want my cousin to give it to you because... Sorry. When I tried to speak to him about it, he said, I'm just giving it to you how you want my cousin to give it to you because I know you want it. At first, I tried to see these things from his perspective. Maybe it's because his cousin was the last person I dated before him, or maybe it's the fact that his cousin was pretty much my first and all. But I still can't get how he just started becoming such a controlling person. After he said what he said to me, I got angry because that is such a fucked up thing to say to your girlfriend or real. I tried to walk away, but he blocked the door and kept asking me if I fucked his cousin, so I told him I did since that's what he wanted to hear so badly. Technically, I did sleep with his cousin, but that was 4 years ago. I didn't mean to say that, but I was angry and now my boyfriend won't talk to me. I low-key want to change the whole relationship, but I don't want to lose him. What do I do?
Oh, the relationship is still on?
Yes.
I'm surprised to hear that it's still on.
After
he seems... I wish I had glasses to remove.
Yeah, I've already removed mine. I've already removed my own. Because it's a very serious matter. I feel like there's a whole ass movie about this.
Honestly.
Sex life.
Right,
yes.
Right.
Especially when she mentioned the sex part. And that reaction in that movie, was it a movie or a series?
Series,
yeah.
Series, yeah.
And that reaction really shocked me. When he caught her writing about the old guy. And then his reaction was to bend over the kitchen counter and to, have sex with her, but in a very aggressive manner. And so, I mean, the people, I can't remember if it was one person I was watching with at the time, was like, they kind of get it that, he was trying to be like the other guy. I'm like, are you mad?
What does be
How
like
would you even know what the other guy is
like?
That's
she had been writing about the guy.
Oh, so he read
some
so
of
in
the
that
stuff
one,
on the
there's
laptop.
a bit of an understanding.
There's context.
Yeah. There's a bit of context in that one.
You can say that the guy maybe wanted to relive her memories for her.
Yeah, but
that's still madness.
Are you crazy?
How can you say I get it if
I can be writing about your ex?
But wait. Now let's talk about this. This person is.
Yeah, this one's a bit mad.
So I thought the girl was at fault, but first of all, she hasn't technically done anything wrong. If she didn't know they were cousins, or if she didn't know that her ex was the guy's cousin, she hasn't done anything wrong.
She hasn't done anything wrong. But I think maybe we should be declaring at this point now. When you get to a relationship with somebody,
why
are you exist, please?
Who's your cousin?
Let's know whether they're in my family.
Exactly. Let's know. Because the thing is, it's the truth. Because
honestly, she hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah, she hasn't done anything
wrong.
It's
4 years ago.
Now let's look at how the guy is taking it.
But your ego as a guy I'm not saying he's right. He's not right.
No, of course,
but
your ego
the fact that you hear it now, it will always play in your head.
Especially if you know the cousin. You know there are some cousins you know
like
that,
the person was
this guy you date.
The person was at a family gathering, so I mean,
I know what's worse. Like now, especially if it's now an older cousin, you know, if he sees a girl like, oh hey, how are you? Oh, this your boyfriend? It's my cousin now.
Or if it's that cousin that you just know is just. Maybe that's why I said this, that you like it how my cousin. You know, guys sometimes talk about. So his cousin could have been like, I don't do. You know how I am with my babes now. So he
maybe because his name is Michael. Michael, not Michael. So the guy, now I can't say okay. You know what? That's how you like.
You have it. Like, you get it like Michael.
No, but I still think that's wild of him. He obviously can't deal with that information. There's no need for him to like continue to put her through this, because I think now he's putting her through hell. Now starting tracking her car, all those things.
That's extreme.
That's
maybe too much. I think he obviously can't deal with it. They have to have a conversation about it. If he can get past it, maybe they can make it work. But the way it sounds, I don't know that he can get
I was about to say, bro, who are we
everything
kidding?
His actions were all wrong, but in terms of before the thought process, I understood where he's coming as a guy. Because all of us at times were selfish. Even if it's your friend, you don't want to hear your friend is the one that dated a babe you are now seeing.
But I mean, it's happened.
It happens, but you don't want to hear of it.
So
for example, now, if me, okay, let me ask you a question. It's like, okay, let's use both of us as context since we're close to each other. It's like, if one of us are talking to a girl now, and that girl says, I was talking to him before, it's already going to shift your mindset like, but you know this is my guy, I see.
But here's the thing though. If you have, because I move with the mindset of, it's still free game in the end. So it's very likely that, so in fact, sometimes I'll feel like, as you being my friend, I expect that we even like the same kind of women. So we run into, when I say same kind of women, I mean caliber of women. I mean, what? I don't mean spec, I mean caliber of women.
Oh yeah.
So we run into the same circle.
Yeah.
So am I shocked? Not entirely. Is the information shaking me a bit? Definitely.
But then can you handle?
Can you?
Yes, I can. And I have. I can and I have. Yeah. So
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend to be the mature guy.
You'll be like, that guy is a bust.
But I wouldn't lie. One of my guys has actually before.
Yeah,
it's happened in this exact, not this exact way.
Bro, we have questions for you.
But in the same way that like I had something with the babe before,
right?
He completely knew, and he went on to be with her, like seriously be with her.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I said it depends. For me, it's the timeline. Like, it's not saying I can't ever, because like you say, it's Lagos. Like I even had to learn that in Lagos. Like Lagos is literally that small. Yeah. That years ago something could have happened. So something like that, fair. But for me, it's the timeline. Like if she says now, just maybe this last year she was with my guy.
4 years ago.
But 4 years ago, I didn't know you. I was in a different set. That's allowed. That's allowed.
It's very okay.
I mean, personally, I'll say, because she's still asking for advice. Personally, I'll just say that,
leave.
Give the guy an ultimatum.
See, you can't advise people in love. Chance to have conversation.
Yes,
again,
because you can't advise people in love. So, but you can do your best.
She's asking you.
Wait, now. So all I'll say is, well, you can do your best, because if you tell her leave, people in love know they hear.
Let her leave. She said she's asking for advice. You are saying you don't advise her.
You think she doesn't know she needs to leave?
She doesn't. Why is she asking the question?
Because she knows she needs to leave, but she can't. She just needs a second ear, a second mouth to tell her.
Leave. I think she really, really still likes this guy.
Yes, she does.
She wants to know if he can get past it.
Personally, he can't. And if she still believes he can, give him an ultimatum. Let it be that you have one more chance for him to not bring it up ever again.
Yeah, and if he does,
that's a deal breaker. That's it.
All right, next
one.
one.
That's a great way to conclude it.
Yeah.
Next one.
Should I take next one?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
So next one is a good lad doing lad stuff. Okay. I'm a 25-year-old in Lagos. I've had serious relationships my whole life and a few situationships. Recently, I had to retrospect on these experiences and realize the common theme. My partners had lived through some life-altering traumatic experiences. I should say, though, I've been fortunate to not have experienced similar trauma myself. The questions I've been trying to answer are why I attract broken women.
God
why
damn,
I
this is
broken
relatable.
women.
Relatable. God.
If this is a pattern, I'm likely to keep repeating, and how to break out of it.
Prayer.
I take you guys as my virtual legbons. Thank you. In some sense, and would appreciate insights from you both. Cheers and well done, podcast.
See,
Thanks
my
again.
brother, I'm telling you, as somebody that was like that for a year and a half recently, I tried to fix so many broken women.
Oh
you
my
can't.
bro, when I tell you I can relate.
You can never fix a broken woman. It's God that can only fix her. So you yourself, do yourself the favor. If you have a good character, a good spirit, save that good spirit and character for yourself and the person that deserves you.
Let's talk about this from a very just a slightly deeper perspective. Why do you think this is? Well, because remember I said earlier that he would like the kind of women I like. Just not by virtue of spec, but just circles of people that were around.
Like, why did I like broken women?
Yeah, and see,
So
obviously, let's actually explain what broken women are, because
they're fine.
I was going to say, what are broken?
Yeah, let's explain what broken
So
women
you
are.
know those women now. Let me take perfect example. You know those women.
You want to wear
that
glasses, Professor?
You know those women that like to say men are trash. Like they have so much hate towards men in terms of their words and all. Because I can't say actions. Because in the end, those same women that will be spewing hate on men will still date men, sleep with men, etc. But you know how every time it always so happens that the topic comes up from them, not from you, from them about men.
It's like a woman deeply scorned.
So yes. Also mentioned that in some cases, not all, in some cases they've either had one, because again, traumatic experience is the key part here. They've either had one traumatic experience of maybe a guy sexually harassed them, or, God forbid, even something a little more extreme,
there's that.
or even just, sexual violence, or even just any kind of physical violence.
So there's the extreme of that, and then there's the extreme of a bad dating experience that they've had.
Or even just being exposed to 4-5 of their friends going through the exact same thing. You know that projected trauma comes onto them too.
It's like I said,
when you hear that this friend was assaulted, that friend was assaulted, naturally by virtue of just being around them consistently.
Like in Lagos now, for example, one thing I said is like you really in the entertainment industry, especially, I noticed certain girls in the entertainment industry now, for example, always have the same story about the same guys, because it's like, you keep going for the same guys in the same kind of circles, same personalities. So you can't now say all men are like that when you're not venturing out to other circles. So that's what I was saying for me, like the whole fixing a broken woman is like, it's like you're fixing. It's like, when you say the broken record is going over and over, you're trying to defend men, but you're a man yourself.
I think it's hard to also have that expression, broken woman, though. I think we're all broken to an extent. So you guys talking about a pointer or a possible pointer of a broken woman being someone that has been through abuse or assault, but it's not almost all babes.
Which is why again, I don't want to generalize.
No. So
we don't have the statistics,
but then
so we can't really say all babes.
I'm saying
what you're saying. So with what you said, can I ask a question? A lot of women go through that, right? But then my question is, and again, their reaction. I'm not saying their reaction is wrong, by the way. The only thing I say is wrong is when like a woman literally is like, I said, I had an example. There was one beautiful girl that we were dating that we both so happened to talk to. Right, and one common thing we both noticed is like, even when you date her, she'll always be attacking you about men. Not even that you brought it up, it's just like men are this way, and it's like,
I see what you mean.
If I'm trying to date you,
that's bitter.
Yeah, and it's like me that I'm trying to actually genuinely get to know you and date you. I've not even I'm just here defending, fighting.
Bro, no. Sissy, let's actually
joke
for 1 second,
bitter.
bro.
Someone that's bitter.
You actually spend. Let's say you guys plan to date or be on that date for 2 hours, bro. You are spending an hour 50 minutes fighting for men. That is trying to let her know that not all men are like this.
I'm not that kind of guy.
Meanwhile, you're not giving the energy of that.
Or maybe I don't know. Maybe with time you also learn. Don't try and defend anybody.
That's what we're saying now.
Just stop. No, if somebody's even projecting onto you, that's true. I agree.
You're
with
right.
You. That's great.
That's it.
Don't bother, because you can never win.
No, but this is what I said.
You can never win that.
But then it's so annoying because it's like, again, that's why I'm asking this topic. Like when they talk about men, you two, you be man. You're like, bro, I don't even do this.
But I have a question though. I said something about the kind of women. Now, you now said that you had some reflection on how you just knew maybe not go in that direction for those women, just maybe stay away from them. Would you say that you going for them then was you compromising on your standards as a man?
God damn. Yes and no. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot of them were the baddies.
Okay, fair.
It's like, I took one of my female friends, my best friend, she had to say, Maiwa, you have a type and you need to work on it, because you always go to the same cycle with these girls. And I'm noticing, I'm like, okay, these fine girls you see on Insta, baddies, all that.
So how do broken women turn out to be? What do they like? How do they turn out? What do they turn out to be?
They're fine.
No, I'm saying no. I mean, like when you go for them, I say, okay, I want to follow through with this babe. Despite the fact that she seems broken.
So for me,
how does it end up?
It ends up you being a therapist that got no results.
Okay.
For me, it ends up with there's definitely the therapy side, but then there's now you are a savior. You don't stop at therapy. You have to now be a savior. Because now you've proven to her that you can be the guy.
And guess what? Guess what?
Guys, she's not the one you want.
You're forgetting a key point.
You don't really want her.
Muiwa, you're forgetting a key point. If you are now not the savior, guess what?
If you're not the savior,
you are now an enemy and part of the men now that caused the problem.
Okay. And by that, when you say you're not the savior, that's when you don't agree to date her back.
Aha.
So now you guys have talked. She started liking you because she has not.
So mind you, think about it. I just went through therapy with you, going through you yelling, you attacking me. Now we're getting to the stage of, okay, I've gone through all that. Do I want to date you? I just went through all this.
Let me give you guys one quick scenario. I was talking to someone very randomly, right? Sometime last year, I think, or the year before, and she had this to, scorned by men, had all the bitterness, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool, no worries. Now again, so I think I compromised on my standards drastically when I tried to see that through, but we'll get to that later. So of course we hung out. I think I went back to her place. Yes, I went back to her place, and we moved on from there. Now we had deep conversations, right? We talked a lot. Like, I literally again was the savior, tried to let her know that I get where she's coming from with all the men, and I do appreciate that she feels the way she feels, but doesn't she think that sometimes the projection can end up hurting even someone who could be her brother, because when she thinks about the fact that some of the men could be her relatives as well and people that she dearly loves, how does she then feel categorizing those men into the same big bubble? And then she started seeing things differently, blah blah. I didn't know that was my first big mistake. So after that time, everything was good. I went back home, and we were supposed to see again. And okay, so I had left some of my clothes at her place, right? And she was just like, okay, yeah, she's gonna keep it. And then she was not like, oh no, she wants to come drop my stuff at my place. I'm like, oh, I'm not available at the moment. She turned it to, I knew it. All you men do is lie. It's cool if you could just say you're with another woman. Madam, I know the house. So what do you want me to do? So this is what I mean.
I feel like people are even describing mad people. Not even broken. I don't even know if these are broken. These are mad people. How can you turn this situation on me?
It happens a lot.
That's exactly. And she was not like,
it happens a lot.
And we actually went. So people know me to not block people. Like, they know me for not, like, no matter how bad you want to, I just don't block.
Like, I feel it's needless.
Yeah,
you block. No. I feel like blocking people.
So if I actually block someone, in fact, one time I wanted, someone like, wait, remember I blocked you? You must really be a bad person in this world.
Blocking someone is like, maybe, okay, this person is a hazard onto me.
Yeah. Do you know that she kept sending repeated texts? Like, you know when someone is venting, they stop, they remember another thing again. She kept going, she'll text a few things. I was just looking like this. She'll stop. She'll come again, like, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, you're such a coward. You couldn't even tell me as a bold man that you have another person you're saying. It's not as if you are dating, so why couldn't you just tell me? You do have to lie.
What she wants him to say, no, of course there's no... I'm not going to respond to you because you are a delusional person.
I left her hanging till today. She even by herself said, it's okay, please block me. She said, please block me. I didn't respond. She now said, I knew you didn't even have courage enough to block me.
But
See, I was just looking like this.
Women like that scare me because I've had some kids like that. Like, they scare me literally on a like you said, it's like madness. Because if I dated you now, what would have happened? So let me ask you guys a question. So you see, this relates to what we're going to talk about with some of the things, but talk about like standards now. Because there's some guys now that can tolerate that.
Are there?
So are there?
It will shock you.
Wait, no.
You know, men never tell you the truth about everything.
To be honest, everybody has
actually,
somebody.
Yeah.
There's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody.
I met some guys.
I think what I have to memorize that because usually with these kind of things, just like any kind of illness, you will see symptom early on.
I agree.
Only symptom.
Oh yes, I did.
Yash was blocking his view. So
he's not telling us the full story.
You see,
it's like,
I can rough it.
Don't worry.
Did you hear me when I said I've been there? I know.
I've been
there. Allow me.
And it's Yash. Tell us what caused it.
No. But
you know what's worse as men? If we now see the girl say, I understand that guy.
No. There is nothing in this life that can warrant this behavior.
No, you've never been to that situation. They've never been to that situation.
Let's be Rihanna.
Let me tell you.
Wait, hold on. You've never been to that kind of situation that you've dropped like. There's certain standards you have, like I would never do this, but there's that babe.
No, of course. Yeah, no, you have certain standards that you would drop, yeah. But I'm saying like this level of madness, because at the end of the day, this is very dangerous even for you.
And let me also say, this was all in the space
on the receiving end, yeah.
This was in the space of a week. But
of course, there are things that you will see the person and you say, my roughy, so. Yeah, of course. No,
I think that was me.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing because of fine woman that you've dropped your standard?
Like, what's the biggest standard?
So what's one thing you're like, I would never do this, but because of woman, you did it.
That's gonna require
reflection. Because hold on.
Just one scenario, because obviously I know there's probably more than one for all of us here. Like, I'll be honest.
I think my problem is not even that I'm finding the one. My problem is that I'm finding which one. I'm not proud about that, but yeah.
Wait.
I can't figure out which of the ones
comes to me, Sha, right now. I don't know, it's tough.
Let me see.
Only thing that comes to me, maybe driving a really long distance, or maybe like spending a lot of money.
My one is that seems normal because I have plenty of those. But yeah, that seems normal.
So that's why I said nothing crazy is coming to me. You know, because like you said, those things you can also kind of look at them as normal. Because, because to other people, those are normal P's too.
Yeah, you say, okay, I fly to another state for
and
this.
And also, if you find somebody that you really genuinely love, you can go to any distance.
Like.
Okay,
you see. This is why I say. You see what Carl thinks he's smart. He's trying to. No, you see, he's coded down.
Even me that I said I love, it's not like I've really said I love you to anybody. So.
These are the people we are fighting against.
So wait, you've never
the ones that don't ever use the words I love you.
So wait, you've never been in love?
I've never I've never been.
Has anybody ever thought you were in love? These are the people we are fighting against.
So wait, you've never been in love?
I'm not going to that level.
Really?
That level of emotional commitment.
Now, but you see, but then why?
They've not said it to me, Sha. Not in a relationship way. You know, there's a level of relationship you get to that is, I love you, baby, I love you too. I've never. No.
But why though?
It's just I've just not made the commitment. I've always kind of been upfront with my feelings and like my disposition towards like commitment and early on. Mm-hmm. So it's usually a thing of, okay, we're aware and we're on the same page. So, you know, no one is gonna like run off on their own tangents because we kind of know what's going on. And, you know, from time to time also, I think these conversations need to be revisited every now and then. Like, okay, how are you feeling now? You did this thing. This suggests that. Are you sure you are still on the same page? Do you get? Yeah.
Sounds to me like you have all the theory of the love, but the practicals you never to.
So at the end of the day, it's not like I'm not expressive or there aren't really boundaries per se.
Right.
I'm just not.
So what about if it happens? But have you ever been in a situation that it's happened organically? Because like what you just said now, how you said it stand. Like for me, I ain't trying to do relationship until eventually you meet that one that you're like, accidentally slipped up. Like you drop it like, I slipped up. Damn. And then you slip up again, and it's like, do I really like her? I do. Maybe I'm just being the one that's difficult.
I don't know. Maybe I've just been really like consistently true to the cause, and I've now become accustomed to that mindset. You know, of like
always guiding, just sit up.
This is the motive. Jig up.
Wait, time out.
Focus.
This guy said this is the motive.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, maybe not motive. That's wrong. This is the agreement.
Oh my God, not agreement. You're making it worse.
Not be business, not relationship.
Oh my goodness.
Let me ask you. So do you feel like, have you said, so since you're somebody, I respect that, because you know a lot of guys say I'm sticking to it, they don't stick to it. I'll be honest, I was one of them. Yeah. I ain't sticking to it.
I won't lie.
But is there a stand? When is your cap, or have you said like standard in your head, like when I get to this point or when I'm at this point, I can be open to it? Did you set one early, or is that I'm just on that wave?
That's a very good question, you know. I haven't. But I feel like it's a feeling. I feel like it's a feeling, and I feel like
I keep saying this too.
Yeah, I feel like I'll get to a point.
If it's not there,
I'll get to a point where I will know.
Exactly.
I will know that, okay.
Yeah,
all this one they do see. Calm down.
In fact, when it comes, you can't really hold it back. Yeah. So it's not. Yeah. I think if it's a feeling, it's a feeling.
When people say, "Oh, I met the right one," or "I met the one for me," I feel like there's no such a concept as the one. Or okay, let me not say there isn't such a concept. Let me say that concept is defined by
the emotions,
your preparedness.
Yes, definitely.
To feel that, and then meeting someone that ticks all your boxes.
And
those two things
pushes out that.
You guys, those two things. You being so that person is not even the one that is bringing it out for you. Were already prepared to feel that way, and then you met someone that ticks all your boxes. So that preparedness, first of all, guys, there. I guess I just haven't arrived there, and I know there will be. Of course, there will be a time where I'll say, now let me run
of course, so there are some uncle 50 or single.
There will be a time now. Even if you just want to even try it, it might not even necessarily be a marriage P. Just let me even just try this commitment P.
Right.
Of course, now there will be a time.
Fair enough. So there's a random question that somebody asked me that again I thought I should throw in here. I'm trying to remember how it was phrased now. Yeah. So the person said, again, this is outside of what we're discussing now. The person said, how much effort do you think you need to put in to keep friendships alive? Because I have a very different answer to that. I know people have a typical answer, but how much effort do you think you need to put in for friendships to be alive?
I think as much as it's being reciprocated.
That's actually a very good answer.
As much as it's being reciprocated, I would say.
So in a scenario where you feel that someone is doing a lot to keep their friendship with you alive, when you're not doing as much to keep theirs alive.
Try and do better.
So would you now say that even though you feel that the effort is forced, would you still say to go ahead and do better?
Even if you feel like the person is forcing it?
No, if you feel like you have to force yourself.
Why?
Sometimes...
Is it that you don't want to be friends?
Not that you don't want to be friends, but sometimes you feel like...
For example, look at...
They don't need to do that much.
Industry, like somewhere like, that's a big international star now. Your schedule is not going to be the same as somebody's schedule. You understand? So you're probably at times going to have to... Again, the other person can have a busy life too, but it depends. I'm just saying example. You might have to make more of a conscious effort than some other friends in different industries. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what he means.
Okay. And even sometimes the friends that you've grown with over time, right? But then maybe your careers pull you guys apart.
Exactly, yeah.
But you're still friends. I mean, you know that your friendship goes beyond what
there's a foundation that's set there.
Through. And then you now feel like that person calls you more than you call them. Although it has always been dynamic, but at some point, when you look at it in retrospect, you're not putting in that much effort. Would you then say you need to do better? Or would you just keep it as is and be like, you know what? There isn't that much effort that needs to be put in for friendships to be alive. If it's there, it's there.
I would say I should do better.
Okay.
I would say I should do better. When it's too one-sided, it's not there's no real balance. Friendship is give and take. I sacrifice for you as much as you sacrifice for me.
Right.
So I would say put in more effort. Okay. Obviously, if your life doesn't allow, try and be as much of the person that is saying, oh, I'm sorry, or this is why, or I have to be in Spain. I know you are doing your birthday, but I'm so sorry. I have to be in Spain. Now money matter. I beg. Try to understand. You get try and be. At least you guys should still be on the same page.
There should be a relationship that even if we're not together, we're still
together. At least we're on the same page. We're in constant comms, and you don't always have to see each other that often. But at least constant comms. If you're not a phone call person, even if not chatting, send message. I think there should be effort both ways.
Okay, well. I mean, it's still back to the...
This guy thinks... If you got...
No, I'm not that bad. I mean, I do agree that, for friendships, I can definitely be very...
you don't message people.
I can
and
be
it's
very...
bad because I've noticed something. I message you or call you. You don't message or call, and it's bad. I don't even like... Not to my friends, I love you. They go through, but I call some people still.
No.
When last did you call? But if it's woman now, you call that woman.
Fair enough.
I
will take all the allegations.
If it's woman, you call that woman.
Agreed.
Do you have there are some things that women have that.
No, don't get me wrong. He answers every time I call. I'll give him that. Anytime I call is not missed. Yeah. But I would like to see receiving.
Fair enough.
Some people do friendship better. But that doesn't mean that you can't do, you shouldn't make an effort.
Yeah, and I agree. It's definitely stuff I'm always working on. I feel like I'm even not because before, even to call I won't pick.
Yeah,
so I think I'm gradually progressing.
Can I ask you a question relating to what he said? Because not that I built sort of an anxiety before. It's gone in Jesus' name. But
Amen. No.
But it's like being in our professions, and I'm guessing you can say the same thing now, especially with Menisms, like being out there, like you're a public figure, being a public face, that you're out there more. Do you feel sometimes you feel like you become a bit more reserved as your face gets out there more, as you become more public? So it's like you even communicating or reaching out to friends as much, it reduces because you're always out, with people. Your face is already everybody. Because I saw you. So it's like, but we've not talked or seen or chilled.
So this is even part of what I would have liked to talk to you about on this episode, right? Oh, yeah. But before we even get to that segment, again, this is the I Rise, You Rise. We need to remember that's Shivas' slogan. I Rise, You Rise. Please be better friends to the friends who are putting in effort to be friends with you.
It. So let me ask you a question here. As somebody that's a public figure, that's out there a lot, and even if you're not out there yourself, you have content that's out there that has your face out there. Do you find it easy to still keep relationships, or have you built an anxiety that you're a bit more distant? Because I know for me, I was struggling with that for recently, whereby my face was out there more. Obviously I was doing events, so obviously everybody's coming to me, but it's like to maintain all these relationships or people I'm meeting, it's like, this is a lot. I like this. And then when you finally now have your personal space and time, is like, I really just want to be to myself. So how do I maintain my organic friendship? So do you struggle with that?
Before you even answer, I want to say that correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, I feel like he, of a lot of the terrorists I know, handles this so well. Now I want to hear how. I don't want to hear whether you handle it, because I know you do. I mean, he's able to keep some of those friendships that I know. But the question now is the how. So answer his do you, and then let's now go to how do you do it.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's incredibly tough, and I would say it's sort of linked to what we were just talking about. Friendship being reciprocated.
Okay.
Like the other people, very few people. If I would emphasize. Right. Very few people on the other end of things too are making the effort to keep it going. Okay. And the way that we've done that is there's a friendship group, our friendship group.
As per group chat.
As per WhatsApp. As per WhatsApp.
I mean, low-key though. I used to have anxiety, but I'm like, it helps. It helps. It's the right group of guys.
WhatsApp, maybe one person on there is also an artist.
Right.
But the rest of the guys are some work in entertainment, others do completely different stuff.
Right.
Actually, no, a couple more work in entertainment.
Okay.
But there's some other guys that are not in entertainment. So it's like, but we're a group of friends and we try to keep that alive. We've been planning.
Don't tell me it's the boys trip.
We've been planning boys trip since.
God, that thing go wait.
For 5,000 million years. But I guess it's just a boys thing, man. Never really are able to organize themselves. I'll put something together.
But with those kind of things, one guy has to just say to himself, because I want to go on the trip,
we can book tickets.
Yeah, so I book, and I think that's gonna happen very soon, because we have got to that point where I've started abusing
Fair enough.
But yeah, so it's that thing where everyone is making the effort. Everyone is like, okay, we want to make this work. So from time to time we keep on staying in touch. And yeah, but to be honest with you, it's a very small crop of people that I can even say I'm friends with, even within the industry.
Fair enough.
But I'm okay with that, because I don't think necessarily that it's about how many people or whatever. It's just the quality of relationships. And with these relationships, I know that they are genuine. I know that these are real people. I know that these people have my back any day. And I know that these are real friends, But aside these people, my dear, there are not many people within the industry.
How do you filter it?
It's who do I click with?
Right.
Who do I click with?
Right.
I, by default, and some people misconceive that as maybe an air of arrogance, or as people they do.
Yeah, normal.
But by default, I don't overextend. Just by default, it's just my orientation. I don't know how to
surface click. Surface
like,
click.
Of course, we go greet. I go greet you well. Also depending on mood. Everybody depending on mood. I go greet you everything. But do we click? What's your energy like? Shan sorrow. Kill and discuss.
Sean Pop.
What are we discussing about?
Do
we find things that we because that's what friendships are about. You guys align. You know, and if there are not that many people that I can find that with, I would not force it. I would not force it, and I think that's how I deal with it. I think I've grown past a certain level of forcing relationships or overextending just because. Just because. Yeah.
This is a good thing you said, because my next question was: do you think because of course in the course of your journey in entertainment, you definitely dropped friends and brought on friends, right? Do you think there are people you've met just by virtue of being in the same industry that I don't want to say you've kind of had to be friends with that then now became real friends, but are there people that you know what I mentioned earlier, that some people put in effort more than you do? Yeah. Are there some people that you find that they put in more effort than you do? And, you know, because you're accommodating, but at the same time, it's also your craft. You know, there are going to be times where you blend in the work friends and the non-work friends. So work friends these are guys I can still collab with. I'm trying to keep that friendship spark, right? Yeah. Because I need that collab at some point, or we're going to work together again. I want our relationship to just be nice and cool. Make it not be say, this guy don't like me, I don't like him, we don't work together, right? And then there's also the ones who, regardless of work, outside of anything, in fact, the time we click the most is when we're not working. Yeah. So do you have a lot of the ones who you're friends with them because, I mean, you're in the same industry, you kind of have to work together at some point, you know, but you don't want to chase them away because...
I wouldn't even say you just want to work with them. It's just you have shared interests.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not that you hate the person, no.
Your shared interests.
But the virtue of, you know, the work you do is what keeps you guys close. So basically what that means is that they might be putting in the efforts. You maybe not as much.
But you're always seeing,
or you're always hanging out. Do you have people like that? Question, you're deep, man.
You're deep gone. Oh, deep gone. I don't know. No, maybe not so many because
see now you're going to make when he starts going out.
He's not reflecting. Wait, this my guy. Am I friends with
every
him?
time? But I don't know if I know you like that.
Yeah, exactly. Am I really friends with you, or is it just called
that we see every time?
Maybe not. I'll say.
I don't even know your father's name. I don't even know your father's name.
I'll say not so many. What I'll say is, I by default know that being in this game, and also having this certain level of clout and accomplishment, there are people that are going to come around just because,
right?
Yeah, you know, maybe now it's they won't get, or now it's they won't. I know see people there, so by default I don't just automatically assume that all those people around are friends.
Fair enough.
You know, so I don't really throw that word around loosely, and that's why I said I don't really have many friends.
Can I ask you a question? And this is something I just want to ask from my personal standpoint. Did you have to go through certain experiences to understand that? Yeah, good question. Or did you come into the industry understanding that? Because for me personally, I always say, like, you know how I said off camera, like, you guys, the reference of my Niger guys and being Yankee, there's a lot of stuff I've had to learn from experience in recent years. Yeah. So something like that now in the entertainment industry, did you come prepared beforehand, or you've had those experiences that made you adapt?
I mean, as a person, you have some certain level of orientation, just how you define friendships and stuff. So to an extent, yes, but of course, also on the go, your experiences will teach you stuff. You know, there have been people that you think, we are clicking, things are going, but Uncle Mac bam. Oh, whoa, what? Why did you do that? What is wrong with you? Why do you even think like this? There have been so many of those scenarios. Right. So shocking scenarios as well, because some of those people you looked at like this and like, bro, but no now.
And is this, would you say, I mean, of course, no need to name names. We don't really...
I mean, I would never.
Before they can't give you the second boom.
It's just not even necessary.
But would you say that it's people who, would you say your fame came in between that friendship? Or it was something completely different that even regardless of you being famous, they would have still done that same dirty deed?
Yes, now. It's more of a thing of character.
Okay.
More of a thing of character, right. More of a thing of their own...
character flaw, basically.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times it might be insecurities, whatever it is, you know, just personal issues that they were dealing with, you know, but that's them. And, you know, at the end of the day, like you were saying with babes, it's same with guys too. Sometimes you can't fix broken people.
So how do you, so when you want to break off friendship like that, do you just stop talking to them, or you be like, guy, I know they follow you talk again?
Don't contact me again.
Like, bro, I beg, just block me as they come up my house.
It depends on how it happens. Most times, I don't think it's a thing of, I think it's just a thing where you just cease communication.
Right.
So I mean, now, like, let's talk about something current now. Like, you're releasing a new project. out, or you've released a new project, should I say? Because I was telling you off camera, I'm everywhere on TikTok. You just
everywhere.
And we'd just like to call out our main producer, aka the head of my dome, that there's a TikTok that can blow from his song. But we only need him. So in the comments, just call out a guy named One Day.
Tell him
do TikTok for Falz's song.
Yes, we need this.
And we shall do it. There we go.
One day we're waiting for your TikTok.
We're waiting.
We said it. But in saying so, like, how's it been now with this wave now of, releasing music now? Obviously, you have TikTok going on. You're collaborating with Adekunle Gold, and you have some other new projects coming out. So just talk to us about that now.
Brand new EP I dropped recently, titled Before the Feast. It's a 6-tracker. Obviously, prior to this, it was a bit of a small hiatus. I just needed some time. Just need some time for myself, recuperate, rejig, come back up. And, it's like I feel refreshed. I feel re-energized. Back to the motive. Always focused on the motive.
I swear I just clocked.
And so, Before the Feast is what I titled this EP, because as I would describe it, it's a palate cleanser. Because what is to come after is The Feast. The Feast is an album.
Okay.
And it's coming straight after this one. Well, time-wise, I don't have the exact
really
date yet.
Straight after.
But it's immediately, that's the next project.
Right. Okay.
I'm already almost done with it. I'm just adding a few more tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a completely different realm that I'm entering into. It's a new sound for sure. It's a new feeling. It's a new emotion that it conveys, and it's like, what is this? It's not who is this, because you still know, this is Falz, but it's like, more.
This is a different
Falz.
But let me ask you a question. So there was a question I was going to ask. I'll ask my question on camera, since some people are fighting.
Please ask on camera.
One day. So how do you? So for me now, like, I do a lot of content, like funny things and all, and even him now, I started involving him in my content.
Dancing now.
But it a trend.
Dancing.
Yes or no? Did it not trend? Yes or no? Did it not trend?
Oh, God.
Did it not trend?
Oh,
you did complain? Did it not trend? Anyways,
that's
sorry.
what he's going to.
Don't mind him. But what I'll say is, like, I also did, like, so for me now, like, one thing I noticed about your raps is, like, I always, because I guess it's the Yankee in me, like, I hear Yankee rap, then obviously coming to Nigeria, obviously everybody say Afrobeats, but you had guys like yourself and other guys even before that were rapping. Then I noticed you also started doing something where you mix, like, comedy content in your rapping. How did you find that balance to mix content with real rapping and then actually make good music?
Yeah, for me, doing rap off the jump, I think it is also maybe how did I come into the art. The people I started off listening to were the tribesmen,
right,
of that time, the Plantation Boys, of course, a lot of Fela Kuti, So those early influences sort of shaped my style. I remember the first time I heard the Tribesman record, I was like, my mind was blown. Like, how is it that these guys are? And these were super early days. Not many people were even doing hip hop in general, but these guys were even rapping in like pidgin, storytelling. I was like, what is going on here, bro?
You could almost paint a picture from the entire.
I said, I want to do this P. So entering, I think, from those influences, I think that already sort of shaped my style. So coming in at the time that I was now coming in, I already knew I was going to do things differently. I'm not going to come on a Yankee rap, trying to say who's shooting who, or who's the biggest gangster in this place.
You're not wearing.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm only going to speak the truth or paint a picture or say something with substance, and that's why a lot of my music has also always been laced with a lot of activism. But like I said, super early influences, Fela. So it's bits and pieces of all the greats, that I grew up listening to. And I just sort of took all that and jollofed it up and created my own style. And, with making music here, rap is not necessarily at the forefront. So if you're doing it, you have to do it in a way that is very tasteful, and I think that's what I sort of tried to do as early as possible. And it's what I think I have going for me.
I mean, I can say you don't even know how long a fan I am. Oh, then Shaka Yashin go.
Yeah, Shakara.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
I can't speak your way. I said soon, soon, my nigga. Because every time I say he's sweet. But like one more question. You just said something about activism now, and it's something we've all seen. Like even from NSARS, how you like push yourself out there, speaking out. I know when I saw you speaking like NSARS, at first, I won't lie to you, we're very honest on this podcast. But at first, it's like, okay, let's see if this, you know how you always say, nah, celeb, go jump on the trend. But you now saw the authenticity in how you are really dedicated to the cause. Yeah. Have you always been like that because of, I'm guessing, your background, or was it that moment that made you stay, Omar?
Now, I start. It definitely was not that moment. Because way before that moment, I've been doing this. I would not lie, 100% my background has played a huge part. Because, you know, this is what I grew up on. This is, apart from the fella records I was talking about, my dad, you know, is someone that has been an activist for maybe over 40 years. You know, so having somebody like that as a father, of course, you know, like everywhere I went to, somebody had a story about what he did for them, how he was. So just that level of selflessness, just that, you know, that being an example for me so early on, of course, you know, that would definitely play a part in shaping me and who I become. And so that was always just at the back of my mind. And so with everything I was doing, with every record, with every happening around me, and of course I'm drawing inspiration from my surroundings. With every happening around me, I want to talk about it. I want to paint a picture. I want to tell this. I want to do this. I want to do that. So it's always been there, bro. Since my very first album, you know, I had a track, I think it was called How Far, my very first album, you know, conscious. I've always been conscious. You know, it's always been there. So it's not like a thing that I just woke up one day and but I think 2020 was just a time when so much was happening and we needed to take a further step from just talking. And we had to now walk the walk. And of course, I'm going to be in front because I've been talking the talk anyway. So, so that's pretty much like the way everything sort of...
Okay, cool. I mean, that sounds good. Well, I have one question. If you could pick an artist now to work with, someone you maybe haven't worked with before, or you have worked with but you'd like to work with again, who would it be? Maybe because of how nice it was to work with them, or somebody you've never worked with but you'd be like, I must get this person. Or
somebody I've never worked with and I would love to work with, I will say Ashake.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I can hear it.
Yeah, I'm a big
like
Ashake
I can already
fan.
dropping lyrics with an Ashake will come with one chorus in Yoruba.
I can hear it.
I'm a big Ashake fan.
I can hear it.
I feel like he's so authentic in just the way that he's just
authentic.
There's also a P. And
I think what it is he never changed for us.
Yeah.
Because even when he released Mr. Money and, you know, he had a hype.
I didn't realize he had been around that long.
Since now.
Since.
My energy.
Yes.
I did not.
And so, when he released that, you know, he had the hype, it died a little bit. And then he was quiet for a while. He came back, he didn't really change much, right? Of course, he changed a bit of delivery, changed a bit of, you know, but like you said, the authenticity was still there. Yeah. It was still that same... He didn't suddenly Americanize his singing. He didn't suddenly change me. He gave us the same.
He found his sound.
So I think I think that's
speaking of which,
I heard that. That's actually
because you're in a unique niche in terms of, you said you rap, but you're still obviously one of the main fronts of Nigerian Afrobeats music, right? What do you think of this thing they always say on social media? Like now they feel like Afrobeats is becoming too westernized, or because now we're having a lot of success in the West. What do you feel about that? And also, do you also feel like you've had to adapt your style? Because obviously now there's a wider audience of people listening to you guys compared to just people in Nigeria or Africa.
I think the biggest point against... or let me say one of the biggest points against that would be who I just mentioned now, Ashake, for example. He's one of the biggest artists right now. You know, I can't really listen to him and say that this is a westernized version of Afrobeats. No, not at all. He's very true to the sound in its core, you know, down to what he's saying, down to the sort of melodies, down to the style, you know. And I think most guys that are popping off heavy now and have also crossed over internationally, so to speak, are very true to the sound and very true to hear. So I wouldn't necessarily say the sound is becoming westernized. What I would say is the industry And it's because international labels, international guys are looking here and say, oh, now this one they pop now. I want a piece of that pie. So they are coming. That's what's becoming worse. So they're bringing big bucks. They are signing this person. They are dropping this dollar here. So that aspect is what's becoming westernized. Yeah, that's what I can see. But aside that, I think the artists popping, everybody doing it right now, I think is staying true to sound.
Fair enough. I mean, that's. I think I fully agree with that. Well, so we have one final question, and this one is, I think, it will also be a deep one. So we ask deep questions.
Welcome to Menisms. Sorry, you just. Oh my God, sorry. I was like, Jesus. When you said they asked deep questions, I was like, red flag. If I was the woman, because now that's how he'll be doing woman. Talk to me. Let me understand that woman to go vent,
bro. That is me, bro.
Oh my goodness,
that is me. I am that guy on a first date. Asking you,
what do you think? Just be like this. I've met the man of my years. Thank you, Jesus.
So now I'm glad.
What do you think about the philosophy of human being?
I'm glad that we can all agree. When I said we like the same kind of women, can you see?
No, I'm not deep from day one. No, stop it. I'm not deep from day one.
So day two.
No,
look at it.
If you make day three,
bro, I am day one.
No, day one. It depends.
You're going through that. Talk to me. Let's hear about it.
I've had somebody. I'm not lying to you. I've had somebody after I ask a question say, "How are you asking me that?"
Yo,
and then you know reflect. I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing it again.
No, bro, I stand my ground.
No. Like, you see, you that nice.
I'm gonna ask you that question.
You're nice. You said they asked you. Me, they'll be like, one girl told me, you see all this American you are doing. I don't like this thing.
Yeah.
And me, I was just like, what do I say after?
But I'm being normal. That's the same thing for me. Like I'll ask, like, wait. Tell me more about that. I want to hear more about
that. Are you a lecturer? What's it?
Oh my God. Wow, this is not nice. This is not nice.
Women are mean when they.
Wow. I didn't care. Like I stood my ground. I said you will answer it too. I'm not gonna laugh your way answer that.
Okay, so anyways, this is crazy. So the question I had was, so in all of this and your entire journey, career-wise, even maybe post-career, pre-career, how have you handled imposter syndrome? Because I'm sure that's something that at some point everyone faces, everyone goes through, even us as podcasters, So how have you handled this? Has it happened? Would you say? I mean, confirm, because we can't generalize. Has it happened? And if it has, how do you manage it?
Sorry, all this big terminology and all this thing.
Fear they catch you. If
you break it down for me again. Imposter, so that's like putting on a character that is not me, or is
no. So more like your mind telling you that character you're putting on is not you.
So, for example, I don't know your government name, respectively.
Falz.
So, there's Falz, there's Falz. Mm-hmm. People know Falz, but Falz is Falz who made Falz. Yes. Do you have that imposter syndrome where you feel like I have to be Falz when really I'm Falz?
Yeah. Or even that maybe Falz is like, okay, so let's say, for example, you're about to get on stage. Because I think it's a typical example. You're about to get on stage, you're about to perform, but your mind is telling you, bro, you are Falz. Falz no sabi sing like that. Falz no sabi sing like that. Who they need on stage is Falz, and you're like, but I've done this before now. Why am I feeling?
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. I was like,
imposter syndrome is you're trying to do this. Your brain is telling you, bro, you know sabi this thing. Why are you putting yourself ahead of this?
I think it even plays out more in. And I saw a recent clip. I think it was Lai that was talking about this. And I could 100% relate. And it was a thing where I feel like I've even spoken about it before in the past.
Right.
Like, I'm just having a regular day. I'm probably not even in the mood. I just want to be, because I'm just not in a good mood. But I meet someone and they instantly want me to turn it on. I meet someone and I say, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." I say, "No, don't talk like that.
Give me first.
Talking that.
Give me that. Excuse me."
No, it's like, no, bro. Like, not now, please. Like, and that happens a lot. And because me on a normal day, Falz, I just want to really day. Like, to be honest with you, this is a lot. Like, everything is a lot.
Exactly.
It's a lot, bro. Left to me, I could just day house. I could just day couch. I could just play game. I could just relax
phone calls. Nothing.
No, I don't like to pick phone. Oh no, I don't like to pick phone, bro. Like, I just day my day. So usually, in fact, when we get some time off, like all this, because our work now, nightlife. When I really get some, I just want to sleep. So it's tough balancing it out, but knowing when you have to turn it on, I guess, when it's okay, guys, work is go time, okay, yeah, it's go time, and just knowing that when it's not go time, make sure to protect my peace, because that is what is really going to keep me sane. Anxiety is also a big bastard.
That's even what I was going to touch on.
Anxiety
Do you ever record and after you're done you play back and you're like, waiting be this? This is not Falz. I don't. You know what, bro? Scratch this record. Let's do it again. Do you ever have this?
Of course. You know, me, I'm even the biggest scratch that go again guy. You know, I always want to do it in the bestest way possible. And I think it was at the beginning of this year I said to myself that, yeah, that's all well and good, but you know, sometimes you have to just say it's already in a good state. Just let it go. You can almost never get to the best possible form of it. Just do it. Just do it. You know, there are a lot of great, brilliant ideas that probably did not see the light of day. Why? Because I wanted to fine-tune them and make them. Guys, just do it. That's where I am right now. Just do it. Yeah.
And I think this actually serves for a lot of guys in particular, because I feel like a lot of guys face the imposter syndrome where, again, we've already been conditioned that we are the providers, the protectors. Do you know how many times I sit back and I think, wait, me with the fear flying cockroach, my pikin one day come meet me.
Remember
what?
No, I
This
mean, you're
cockroach
not
is
wrong.
flying here.
This cockroach pee that I said,
What?
This still happened to me the other day, bro. I saw a flying cockroach the other day and I said to myself, because I reacted, I was like, whoa. And I was like,
I'm going to be a protector.
That's why you find the right woman that accepts you for you, that she'll say, baby, I got you.
But that was good. What about the child?
I found what's my own? My child will know I'm a man.
that is not even good.
You know
How can she be the one killing the cockroach? No.
Let me tell you how bad mine is. See lizard.
See, he's not joking.
God.
He's not joking.
No,
Lizard?
ask him. I swear.
He's not joking.
See, if there's a lizard in front of the door, he will make sure. I will not leave.
I have
that
to chase
door.
Lizard away.
I've had babes that have been with me that will be leaving a place. Lizard day there.
You
She'll
just
say,
stop.
Maiwa. I say,
Man will
what?
freeze. He will freeze.
I swear to
Bro.
I have no shame.
I
What? What's your to judge me?
I know. I can still deal with lizard.
Admit
without
I
cockroach.
can. Cockroach flying?
No,
See,
I can deal with cockroach because raid day. Lizard, nothing there.
but really no in that moment.
Baba,
that
even
moment,
if you
bro.
did in that moment, I feel slipper. Lizard, you can't do anything.
Bro, see. And let me tell you.
Lizard
see,
just go like this.
Oh, yeah,
Go now.
that black lizard, if he chase you,
If you like this, go now.
you go.
Why
Listen,
go chase
I
me?
tried to tell you the same thing.
cockroach, I feel.
Nah. Okay, so now look at all of this you said now, right? As guys, we all have these little fears. Now tell me that you are still thinking to yourself, yeah, I'm a protector.
I'm a protector. See, find the right woman that won't judge you for who you are.
But it's not about the woman.
Even my child. Are you crazy?
Because imagine your child being the one to chase this out for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go on.
No. At some point in time, you have to chase that lizard.
You have to chase the lizard.
You see, in life, you have to face your
My
fears.
child will see that.
Face of it. Do an exercise
My
today.
child will be like, Dad, I got you. Yankee, you go on, play Yankee. Dad, I got you. Don't worry. You guys hate Nigerians. See you.
I mean, luckily,
Oh my God.
there are not really lizards in Yankee, so you can.
No, I'm saying even here, I go in Yankee mentality. Hey, Dad, I got you.
Yeah.
Dad, I got you.
I got you, Bao. Hey, good.
They are the ones that will run and meet daddy lizard.
So it's safe to say that all of us at certain points will still face it. Because
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll have to.
because,
You're gonna
yeah,
have to. And I think that's the concept of manning up. You go gas man up.
I like that.
Yeah.
This the concept of it because
You go gas man up. You
even
go
that
gas.
man
But-
himself,
but
he
the
gets
question-
it.
Yeah,
but the
I
thing
don't say
is-
you get where you get as a
But the
B-boy.
thing is how-
That's
Yeah,
the
but
fact.
yeah,
You
of
kinda
course,
have
yeah.
to
The
man
The thing
up.
is how, I guess a lot of guys, the question they always ask, it comes back to you have to, but it's how do you?
Yeah.
You
Some
have
people
to
show
just
too
face
much
it.
masculinity in a lot of cases to make up for the.
So when I say man up, is like things as small as I'll say small because I think they're trivial, as like lizard, cockroach.
like you just be like,
You have to man up. You have to man up
Face
for that
the
one.
motive,
Come on, now.
please.
because who do you expect to protect the family?
who do you expect to kill the cockroach?
Find a woman that in your flaws she can,
What if there's a lizard outbreak in Nigeria today?
Wallahi, my wife could. That's when I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
ride or die.
Just look at.
You go.
You have to be the one that holds the gun. Says everybody stay back.
Amy.
Okay, I got
Amy.
you.
Lizard.
Nobody the flying cockroach.
See,
it's a flying cockroach pandemic
today.
I'm out, bro.
No.
Forget.
I can handle flying
Make I let
cockroach.
you know now.
I can handle a flying cockroach.
out.
But lizard.
I'm gonna be the Ghostbusters guy.
It's
I'll wear a
better
mask.
I faint on the spot.
Wear raid
It's
gun.
It's not only red gun. It's better I faint on the spot. Or there's another solution. Because let me tell you.
There's one day. There's a baddie. See, This is how I knew I was finished. There's a body I had been trying for months.
Hey, no, bro.
She finally came to my yard one day. I said, finally. I went out to get to me at the do bad guy. Like, yeah, what's up? I'm coming to get you. That's how one black place. I just did run like this. I jump on top of my car.
It was now like
I jump on top of my car. The babe just said, like, Michael, are you okay? Like,
oh my goodness.
She had to come and chase it. But I'm still a man.
You see, in that situation,
yeah, I'm not sure you're
I'm still a man.
Somebody else is the breadwinner.
So wait, did you come down from that vehicle?
Baba,
wait now, and now go back to telling her how you want to put her in 7 different positions.
Yes, what?
When you cannot even
see, I played it out like this. But I said, she came home. Mike, you can come down. Hey, baby, I'm sorry. I just moved to Nigeria, so I've been scared. What do you mean? Be prepared. Be prepared.
I mean, I see that lamba, Sha.
You don't see the voice change that you're making.
I see that lamba.
Wow. Anyway, guys, because what's the author for flying cockroach? What do I want to say?
Go put accent different, baby. I'm sorry, man.
I don't think you understand the physics behind how flying cockroaches can start on you.
I don't care about that. I'm not scared of them.
You can see the cockroach now. It's crawling. You're like, I got this now.
And
the flap is loud.
Guy, Raid made me not scared of cockroaches. Raid, I'm not. Raid made me confident.
Okay, bro.
Go and fly.
Bro, we're sitting here now.
I think the cockroach is a wild animal.
I think so too.
You have Raid. You have Raid.
Yes,
but you have Raid.
Before you get to the raid, what do you do? In that moment, you are helpless.
Completely helpless.
Your slipper and
you can't judge the movement.
Do you know when it flies, you have a better chance? I'm scared of it when it's on the wall, just crawling small. But when it's flying, it's like, see, if you just come right here.
Wait, you're scared of when it's crawling.
You know what? Because you can't. Because see, let's say it's on that top wall right there. I'm scared because I know if I miss or try and throw, you cannot come to me. But if you are flying in that your spot, flying always follow in circle motion.
Circle what?
Like this.
This guy never experienced flying.
I've experienced flying cockroach.
He never experienced flying cockroach. He hasn't. Bro, let me tell you, most times they are coming at you, sir. That's why they start with that. See.
Before you get there.
Anyways, guys, this was amazing.
Good. Anyways, go and watch. Make sure you subscribe. See, I'm just everything. Now you guys are making me think about cockroach, but read. But of course, thank you for coming through today. We appreciate you, my guy. Do you have any final remarks, any promotion, self-promo you want to give to the people?
Just go out there, get the project Before the Feast out now. Banging on all platforms. Stream it so that we can eat. I beg. Thank you. The feast coming pretty soon, so stay tuned. Let's go.
All right. Thank you for coming through again. Guys, make sure you subscribe to all our audio channels to hear more of us. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube to see us. It's another episode of Menisms. I am Michael Scenario.
And I'm Maru Albuquerque.
And we'll see you guys next time.